What is a free market? A free market is a type of economic system that is controlled by a market force of supply and demand, as opposed to government control that involves price cutting monopolies. It is different from a regulated market or command economy. In command economy, a central government agency decides the supply and demand, which means the market does not operate freely. In a free market, a majority of companies and properties are owned by individual or entity in the private sector instead of the state. Now, we need to understand what the free market economy is. Economists define a free market as one where products are exchanged by a willing buyer and seller. Purchasing grocery at a given price set by a farm grower is a very good example of economic exchange. Paying a worker a monthly salary is another instance where an economic exchange happens. In a free or pure market economy, sellers of different goods don't face any barrier. Essentially, one can sell any product they wish to sell and at any price. However, in the real world, such an economic system rarely exists because tariff imposed on imports and exports and legal restrictions such as the aid restriction on alcohol beverages are all barriers to a free market. Overall, capitalist economies, which are practiced by most democracies, including even the United States of America, are free only because ownership belongs to individuals as opposed to the government. Now, we need to know the characteristics of a free market. A free market economy is characterized by few characteristics, and today we're going to be checking three of them. And one of them is private ownership of resources, because in free economies exists because a significant portion of resources are owned by individuals or companies in the private sector and not a central government agency. In this manner and way, the owners exercise total control over the means of production, allocation, and exchange of products. Also, they control the labor supply. The second characteristic of a free market is thriving financial market. One key factor that helps a free market economy to be successful is the presence of financial institutions. Banks and brokerages exist so that they give individuals and companies the means of exchange, goods and services, and to provide investment services. These financial institutions then make a profit by charging interest or fees on the transactions. The third characteristic is freedom to participate. Another characteristic of a free market economy is that any one individual can take part in it. The decision to produce or consume a particular product is totally voluntary, and it means that companies and individuals can produce or purchase as much or as little as a product as they want. Now, with known the characteristics of a free market, we need to look at the benefits of free market. The absence of governmental influence allow both companies and individuals a wide range of freedom, and one of the freedom is the freedom to innovate. Because in a free market economy, business owners enjoy the freedom to come up with new ideas based on the consumer's need. Also, they can create new products and offer new services at any time they want to. As such, entrepreneurs rarely rely on government agencies to notify them of consumer needs because the entrepreneurs do their own research, they identify popular trends, and the innovation among different private companies also leads to competition as every company strives to improve on their feature and their products in order to make them better. Another thing is customer drive choices. With a free market economic system, it is the consumer who decide which product become a success and which one fails. Um, when presented with two options of product, the consumer evaluates the feature of each and chooses whichever one they want to, ideally opting for the one that offers better value for money. To a great extent, the consumer also influence the price set on a product, such as such, producers need to strike a balance between the price point that earns them a profit but is still affordable by the average consumers. Now, there are drawbacks and disadvantages to free market system. Despite all its benefits, a free market economy comes with its own drawbacks, and one of the drawbacks is danger of profit motive. In a free market economy, one disadvantage is that some producers are driven exclusively by their profit motive. Even though the primary goal of any business is to generate profit, such an objective should not be prioritized over the needs of workers and consumers. Put simply, a company should never compromise the safety of its worker or disregard environmental standard and ethical conduct just so it can make supernormal profit. An example of this took place in the early 2000s, a time where unethical behavior became prevalent among companies such as WorldCom and Enron. Also in 2010, the Deepwater Horizon oil spill, which is one of the biggest environmental disasters in the United States of America, happens because the company used substandard cement and other cost-reducing measures. Our other thing is market failure. At times, a free market economy can spin out of control, and this causes their consequences. Good example of market failure includes the Great Depression of the 1930s and also the real market crash that happened in 2008. Even the COVID-19 that started last year and scattered world economy. Market failure can lead to devastating over outcomes such as unemployment, homelessness, and loss of income. We can say that in the case of this COVID-19. Now, in summary of what I've been saying of all things, a free market is a self-regulated economy that runs on the basis of demand and supply. In the true free market, a central government agency does not regulate any aspect of the economy. By removing government regulations, the nature of the free market forces businesses to provide superior products and services that address consumers' needs. A free market economic system also helps us to create affordable prices for everyone. So, with the little I've touched about free market economy today, I think it can lay your background knowledge about a free market economy. And if you want to actually learn more about free market economy and what it entails, you should view all our other videos on the review of The Adventure of Jonathan Gullible, A Free Market Odyssey, or you click the link below to download a copy of the book that talks about what free market is actually in the most simplest term ever in the world. The book was written by Professor Ken Schooland, an associate professor in University of Hawaii in the USA, and is a very good supporter of liberty and the libertarian movement, and a great mentor to Face of Liberty International, the parent body for the Liberty Show with Leon that you're watching right now. So thank you so much for being with us for today's episode, and I believe you've learned one or two things as per what free market is, the benefits, the characteristics, and the drawback of free market. I think that will give you an informed decision on what to do and things to support in the policy movement of your country in your region. This channel needs more subscribers, we need more likes, and we ultimately want to hear your comments about what we've been doing, what we're doing fine, and the things that we need to work on. Please drop your comments and let us hear from you what we need to do more and what we need to change in what we handle our product and our services up here. Thank you very much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you're watching for the first time. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and like our pages on social media. It's at The Liberty Show L, letter L at the end of The Liberty Show. The Liberty Show L, at The Liberty Show L across all platforms. Thank you so very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.